I do understand this perspective, but I have quite a few points on this. Let's just start with the fact that resident salaries have not significantly changed in the past 40 years, and they definitely have not kept up with inflation. So the argument of, I did it so you should too, doesn't really hold up. Additionally, I'm not arguing that residents should make attending salaries. I'm just saying that we should be paid fairly. So let's move on to the reality of being a resident today. Most residents are somewhere around 30 to 40 years old. Many people at that age have families. Based on 2019 data from the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average cost of living for a family of 3 is $74K. The average cost for a family of 4 is $85K annually. And we all know a lot has changed since 2019. Now, on top of normal living expenses, residents are paying off an average of $200 to $300K, some with $500,000 in student debt. Plus, there's thousands of dollars in board exams and licensing that has to be paid during residency. Now, speaking of future income, right, this coveted promised future income, a resident, especially a single earner for their family, is going to want to protect that income and buy disability insurance. What if they become disabled? What if they become depressed during residency and becomes one of the many who burns out before they're in attending? How are they going to support their family then? So you can see why disability insurance would be important to a resident physician. However, most can't afford the monthly payment for it. All right. So you may be thinking, well, then just go ahead and get a second job. A lot of people do it. And actually, residents and fellows do this. We call it moonlighting, meaning that you're going to get your full medical license, which costs an extra $1,000, and you're going to work as basically an attending physician. Now, let's say you scraped up that $1,000, you got your full medical license, and now you're going to work part-time as a fully licensed physician. How can we expect them to reasonably add more hours to their work week when they're already working 80 or more hours a week? Now that depressed, burned out, and broke resident is working 100 plus hours a week. Is that safe? No, but they do it to support their families and pay the bills. Residency is 3 to 7 years long with an optional 1 to 3 year fellowship. 3 to 10 years is a long time to struggle with money, especially if you don't have any other support or income, regardless of the expected pay at the end. I hope you can see that I am in no way discounting future expected income, but rather asking for fair pay.